Welcome back to Big Up. Today we're going to take a look at what's in the bag. So, modern, new drum and bass that I'm picking up on vinyl. Obviously, I'm probably not going to give most of these any bad reviews because new vinyl is expensive. So, why would I buy it if I didn't really truly want it? So, let's get started. Today, this is the second release I've picked up on straight up breakbeat, not big beat. Where's that coming from? It's by Fanu. Fanu, I am a huge fan of. When I had a short stint where I tried to be a promoter here in Seattle, and I failed at it, but I did bring Fanu through, and it was pretty great. Got to hang out with him a little bit. I've always been a fan of Fanu since I've heard him very early on when he used to spend a lot of time on Dogs on Acid and Subvert Central. The thing about Fanu is he always brings heavy breakbeats into his tunes, but he definitely has a bit of a throwback to jungle in a lot of his stuff, even before that was popular as it is today. But he doesn't take himself too seriously. Like, it always sounds like he's having fun. He's not trying to take the drum and bass too seriously. He's trying to make good music. He's trying to make interesting music. But it's fun, and that's definitely true of this one. We've got, let's see, Time Travelers on one side, which is a bit of a older jungle-style tune, and then on the A side, we've got Mystic Woods and Borderline Offensive. Those two are definitely the more fun tunes, and this is kind of the more jungle throwback. I really love this. I've been digging a lot of the stuff that Straight Up Breakbeat has been putting out. I'll probably be picking up more of it. Next up, we've got, what if you've been following my videos, you can tell is probably my favorite label at the moment, which is 1985, which is Alix Perez's label. This is Alix Perez. The name of this EP is Phantom, which one of the tunes is named Phantom. This one was really interesting. It's almost a little jump uppy. It definitely has that Bristol sound, where it's going for that old Bristol sound with like real kind of wobbly bass, but not in a cheesy way. Real heavy bass. I really dug it. The B side to this one is, I can't find it. Swerve, spelled like the old trap songs were. And that one's definitely, it's a real minimal with heavy bongos in it. It's dark and moody the way Alix Perez does. As always with 1985, we've got awesome, really cool art, quality sleeves. This is just on black vinyl, I believe. Oh wait, no, this one's clear, which is always cool. I know that some people aren't a fan of different colored vinyl, but as a collector, I kind of enjoy it. As a DJ, I get the black thing, better sound quality, so they say. I do think DJing on black is a little easier because you can see what's coming up in the vinyl. Next, we've got another 1985. This came out earlier, 2019, but I didn't pick it up at that time. I picked it up more recently. It's called Folio 2. It's actually more of a true EP, but it still is only one plate. Let's take a look. Which I actually, once again, as kind of transitioning into a collector, I now like the fact they're putting two tunes on a side, sometimes even three, and then reducing the volume down to, not the speed down to 33 beats per minute. 33 rotations per minute. Mostly because I can put this on and listen to it for longer. We've got some really great artists on here. We've got Alix Perez. We've got Levance, Skeptics. I don't really know much about Submarines, but we've got Hieroglyphics and Visage. All four of these tunes are kind of darker, heavier stuff, with that minimal vein that Alix Perez likes so much. All four of these tunes are great. This is like a must grab if you can still find it. Once again, I mean, this one kind of breaks away from a lot of the 1984 kind of like lithograph style art, and it's got this full foil thing, but still super high quality on the sleeve and everything. It's great. I would definitely seek this one out if you can find it. Next up, we have Seba and Paradox, Over Now and Jupiter Eyes. I've talked about how I've always been a big fan of Seba and Paradox, both, especially together. I think that Seba really brings. I think that Paradox can kind of end up sounding kind of samey after a long bit. He has so many amazing tunes, and most all of his tunes are amazing, but you have the same tune that sounds amazing over and over and over again, that sometimes gets a little boring. So when Seba meets up with Paradox, I kind of jump on it. And I believe this was a new label that they had just started called Seba Paradox. Yeah, Seba Paradox 2019. This was the first release on it. So you can see SPO01. The A-side, Over Now, is a very classic Paradox tune. Heavy breaks, super heavy bass. A little bit in the vein of the boring thing that I was talking about, but still interesting enough for me to want to grab it. Mostly because the B-side, Jupiter Eyes, is amazing. You can feel, I feel Seba's influence on that tune. It's got a more modern, heavy, filtered out Reese that really does it for me. It feels it just kind of grabs you and keeps you interested. Amazing tune. I will definitely probably pick up anything on the Seba and Paradox label going forward. And last but not least is somebody named Terro, who has been popping up in a couple different places. I think he just released something on 1985 along with some other places. This one's on Cosmic Bridge, which is Ohm Unit's label, which is a little bit of a Cosmic Bridge is kind of an experimental label, not straight drum and bass, not straight dubstep, not straight, broken beat. They just kind of release. Ohm just kind of releases whatever music he finds really interesting. He likes to, he specifically puts out stuff he thinks is experimental, and I think even on a previous review I talked about how I almost always pick it up, but every once in a while I don't think it works. This EP does work. I don't know much about Terro, but I have a feeling he's from the Middle East, or at least has roots in the Middle East. Has a lot of additional drum samples, Middle Eastern like hand drums. But they don't sound like just like straight bongos, like the Doom J, or I'm probably saying that wrong, or some of those bigger ones, and it's got kind of it feels like the Middle East. The whole EP feels like the Middle East. He's taking drum and bass to the Middle East sound. It is experimental, it's different, and it's good. A lot of this stuff may not end up in what I would typically DJ if I was still DJing out, but these are definitely worth being on vinyl and definitely worth owning. Cosmic Bridge, if you're just getting tired of like the straight drum and bass sound, go check out Cosmic Bridge. Check out this EP. It's definitely worth picking up. And with it, once again, Cosmic Bridge also does stuff that a little bit differently. Like this has got a different type of stock for the sleeve, and he always has these real stark shapes. I'm sure they mean something, but I don't know what it is. So I once again think this one's super quality, and I would pick it up. Anyways, if you dig what I'm doing here, make sure to like and subscribe. Chat with me in the comments. I want to hear about what you're digging in drum and bass. I want to hear what you hate, what you love. Let's get a conversation started. All right, peace out.